All right, let's try this again. Hopefully this works this time. New phone, so I'm busting out the kinks. Again, happy Friday, everybody. It is time for your HMG Weekly Wrap Up. I am live in Ohio at the Ohio State Trap Shooting Association for the SASP National Shooting Competition. Hopefully the internet will work this time and will be cooperative because I drove 30 minutes just to get to a spot that has decent internet. This is going to be a great weekend. I'll post some pictures throughout the weekend of all the competitors. There's literally several thousand competitors in these competitions, and you can't see it now, but the entire area that I'm at is just full of campers and RVs and stuff like that. So that being said, I'm going to get started because I'm not sure what this internet's going to do to my connection's going to do. So let's get started on this week's Your HMG Weekly Wrap Up. So first off, Not Your Average Operator. They celebrate their 1-year anniversary this year with this episode. So congratulations, guys. It was well deserved. Those of you that watch or that listen to this later, give Not Your Average Operator a follow and a like and tell them congratulations. They've done a fantastic job. So with that said, they're up in the queue first. This week, critical incident debriefing. And they're launching their first multi-episode series on the topic of critical incidents. Back in like 2012, Mellon met this Irishman whose name is Mark, and he is he's a senior trauma nurse instructor in the Middle East. They talk about the pressures of health professionals in the ER, decision-making during critical incidences, and how to effectively debrief these incidences. This is a really an eye-opening episode with what our community heroes in the medical field go through on a daily basis. So check that out. That is this week's Not Your Average Operator. Next up, we got the Carry On podcast. This week they're doing, they have Adam Dorito back on the show. You probably remember him. He was on a few weeks ago, or he's been on twice. This week he's back for an update with his attorney about his case. So make sure you check this one out. It was a eye-opening one about what's going on with the legal issues on that one. So that's this week's Carry On podcast. Next up, we have the MSEC podcast, Military Child Education Coalition. We are talking about the NTS 2021 series Student Achievement Highlight. On this special episode, you're going to hear from Destiny Little, their implementation manager for the Purple Star Readiness at MSEC. And if you're a friend of MSEC or you follow them, she's best known for her work over the years with their student-to-student program, which is truly amazing. So this year at the national conference, which is coming up, several of the sponsors will participate in a panel presenting a wide range of opinions in STEM-related career opportunities for students in attendance. This is really huge. The STEM research stuff is a huge thing. I think everybody should look into it, especially those that have kids. And if you, again, are in the military, you should be following the Military Child Education Coalition. It is a nonprofit organization, and they have a lot of great resources for our military personnel. So you can still register for the National Training Seminar, which is coming up. And I will later on today. I will post a link to where, if you're interested, they're doing it online. So if you want to, it is free. So if you want to go to the MSEC virtual natural training seminar, I give up. I'll make sure I post the link to that as well. So that's the MSEC podcast for this week. Moving on. Next up, we have On the Blue Line podcast. This week, special guest Mark Heilebrand, who is the founder of Leo Family Fitness. You can find him on Instagram at Leo_family_fitness. He's a great guy. Really doesn't need much introduction into the law enforcement community. But they have a great conversation in this episode about fitness, nutrition, and having a holistic approach to wellness. So check that out. That is this week's On the Blue Line podcast. Hopefully you guys are still with me. So we're going to keep moving here. Next up, we have the Arms Room. This week, they have Lisa Song Sutton on the show talking about guns used as equalizers, empowering women to carry, and how to get involved in your local politics and whatnot. That's this week's Arms Room show. It's a great episode. Make sure you check that out. Next up, we have the Ubaldi Reports. This week, the guys talk really what they did for the 4th of July and, talk about the July 4th of 2021 and what's going on. And they throw some other hints in there, a little bit of what's coming up. So make sure you check that out. That's the Ubaldi Reports. All right, they got several more here. It's a busy week this week. I'm loving this, guys. I'm loving it. Next up, we have Got Your 6 at 6 with the People's Patriot Project. This week, they talked the birthday of their freedom, celebrating the 4th of July. Honors with the People's Patriot Project. They now have their own podcast linked to Heroes Media Group. So make sure you check that out. You can go to heroesmediagroup.com, check out all the podcast shows that we have over there. But check it out, People's Patriot Project. And Shad Turner from Veterans Unite is also, he's still part of the Got Your 6 at 6. You can find these shows. They do a live feed every Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you go check it out. So that's this week's the People's Patriot Project, Got Your 6 at 6. Check it out. All right, next up. This is one of our faves. The Power of Investing in People podcast with our gal, Shay Sparks. She has Kimberly Santiago on her episode this week. And they sit in Shay's car and record this. Just outside of the radio station. Wherever Kimberly's at, she didn't say, but Kimberly shares her journey from a foster care to being a hairstylist and now being a radio personality, a coach, a speaker, and a prison and jail outreach minister. She empowers other trauma survivors to invest in themselves by peeling away artichoke layers that we are to get to the heart of it and heal. So it's awesome. Ron, good morning. How are you, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for being on here. Tanya, happy Friday to you, dear. Thank you. I'm trying this again. I hope it looks like everybody's on. That's good. Hopefully the internet will stay with me here. All right, I'm going to keep moving forward, guys, because obviously I'm not in a very bad, I'm in my car. So, so that's this week's The Power of Investing in People podcast with Shay Sparks. Make sure you check it out because she was on the road there for a while. So she's giving you some extra episodes each week. Next up, new show, Dose of Did You Know from Devoted to a Soldier. Check that out. We got new episodes coming in about 3 times a week. She's getting in the saddle with a whole bunch of episodes that are getting ready to come out. Keep your eye on this show. Keep your eye on this show. It's going to be a good one. Looks like married life is treating you. Yeah, because I'm in the car, right? No, I'm traveling, Ron. In case you missed the first part of the show, I'm in Ohio at the moment. Next show, we got War Hero to Superhero. Check that out. They got some new episodes coming up this coming week. That's another new show. Same with the Military Millionaire podcast. This is a great finance show. I've said it every week. I'll say it again this week just because I want to be consistent. If you're looking to get into any type of real estate investment, the Military Millionaire podcast, that's a show that you should be following. So check that out. All right. Couple more. Stay with me. We welcome back the S3 Sports Show. JD is back. This week he talks about the Phoenix Suns and being in the finals, first time in 28 years. Do they have what it takes to win their first title? We'll find out. Plus, he talks about marijuana in the world competition, the NCAA's new NIL rules, and what colleges should be doing right now to help them recruit. And finally, this is the big one, who's more at fault? Oh, JD. Who's more at fault, Aaron Rodgers or the Packers? I'm going to hold my opinion because I am born and raised a Packer fan. And should Stephon Gilmore continue his holdout with the Patriots? So that's this week's the S3 Sports Show. And I'm being called out with the bow tie. I knew somebody was I thought I was gonna get away with it. And I just realized it when Sarah said something. I was like, crap, I didn't bring the bow tie with me. I will have to take a bow tie picture and post it later this weekend. All right, moving on. Son of a gun. Sarah, I knew somebody was going to do it. Tanya, yeah, I know. I apologize. Oh, I love it. I love that you guys love the bow tie. That is hilarious. Next up, this week we got Broken and Blessed. And we're talking about letting go. So yours truly, along with my buddy Jimmy Boggs. So there are things in life that happen, right? And because, businesses will go awry, relationships don't work out, death to family and friends, your kids grow up and so forth. Let me be clear. This was a kind of an emotional topic for me to talk about this week. Because a lot of that's happened in my life, really, in all of those areas. But when stuff like this, when you go through stuff like this, you go through a transition in life. And I'm kind of at that stage right now. So I kind of tied in a lot of my own personal experiences with this one. And I've been doing, I've been in the podcast business for many, many, many years. And with all the episodes that I've done and produced, this was probably one of the harder ones that I've had to do. But it's letting go, and letting go isn't always the easiest thing to do. But what we have learned, and what I've definitely learned from it, is in order to move forward in life, there are certain things in your life right now that are holding you back, and you have to let go to move forward with those things. So if anybody's watching this, or if anybody listens to this, or maybe you have somebody, or a family member, a loved one, a friend, whatever, that that something in their life is holding them back, encourage them to let it go and help them move forward with it. Tanya Broken. Hey, thank you, Tanya. I love and thank you so much for your support. What we do with the Broken and Blessed show, we end the show with a passage from the Bible. And since I'm doing this right now, I am going to share that passage with you guys today. So this week in the episode, the passage was Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. So check that out. That's right, Tanya. Jeremiah 29:11, and that's such a great. That is such a great passage. I like that one a lot. So again, that's Broken and Blessed this week. If you are having trouble letting go, let go, because you will move forward from whatever it is that you're trying to hold on to right now. So that was Broken and Blessed. All right, now I got just a couple more here. I got 2 more this week for the Decision Hour. Yeah, I was crazy, man, this week. I decided it had been so long since I did a Decision Hour show that I posted 2 this week. So first up, I sit with my buddy Michael, who is the founder of 2A Republic. You've seen me wear the shirts before. It's a premium apparel company whose belief of the Second Amendment is quite simple. It's black and white. All of their shirts are either black or white. It's really awesome, so check that out. Also, if you go to 2arepublic.com and use promo code HMG, you will get 10% off every time you make a purchase. So go check them out. And again, it's not going to happen right now, but sometime tonight I will post all the links for the shows and episodes with the promo code for 2A Republic. You got to check it out. Next up, second show this week for the Decision Hour. It's actually posted tomorrow, but I'm going to talk about it right now. I have my friend Olivia Nunn on. She is a lieutenant colonel in the United States Army. She's getting ready to retire. In fact, she's in her term leave right now, I believe. Olivia's a speaker. She's a podcast host. She's a senior marketing manager, and recently she started her own business, which was really cool. But we talk about like transition in and out, out of the military into the corporate world and what she's dealt with over this past year or two. She drops a lot of great advice for anyone that's any type of transition in your life right now. Eye-opening stuff. I always learn something when I talk to her. She's a great resource and even a better friend. So you can actually find Olivia on LinkedIn. Listen to her past episodes. She's actually the host of the Soldier for Life podcast. You can check that out. And this just in, breaking news. Olivia is now, she will be representing the Georgetown area of Washington, D.C. in this year's Miss District of Columbia. So go show her some love and cheer her on as she starts this journey. And I'll post her Facebook page to her fan page so you guys can support her in that. I got to give a shout out to our sponsors. First off, I got to give a shout out to 2A Republic. Again, make sure you check out their promo code HMG Beverage. Make sure you go check out the coffee. We're back in full swing with the coffee. Sign up. If you're a coffee drinker, sign up for our monthly subscription. We offer it because we love you. We are working on the tea because I know some of you out there are like, what about the tea? We found a new company that we're going to be working with, and we're hopefully inking a deal with them next week. I'm hoping to have a tea up, let me see here, probably the 1st of September at the absolute latest is what I'm looking at. If everything goes right, keep your fingers crossed on the tea. Short Mountain Distillery, got to give those guys some love as well. Love it out there. Attica Systems, Rick's Roasters, they're the ones that works with our sister company, HMG Beverage. Who else? First Amendment Praetorian. And a slew of others. Listen, guys, that's all the time I have right now. I hope you guys have a great Friday. Check back with me this week. If you got things that you want me to talk about, try, or whatnot, hit me up. Drop us a DM on our Facebook page. Send us an email at info@heroesmediagroup.com. Until then, God bless you. God bless America. Have a safe weekend, and I'll see you next week.